providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
No, the Canadians are
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no, the Canadians are coming.
The hummus, chums, and the mist of a machine combine to make the ultimate team. Chris Betts and John Hastings providing delicious chat that you shall be tasting. We'll be cringing to watch Mojo and how Chris promotes the show, trying to avoid phone death and occasionally having fantastic guests. You're watching Chris and John have a chat.
Oh no,
Yo, guess who's coming to
in
town?
the midst of a machine.
Ashley Manning. What's going on?
Hi.
Howdy. How you feeling?
I'm grand. I feel fine. I still look shit, but I feel fine.
Great. You look great.
How are you?
I'm cool. I'm a little confused, but just because I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out
Yeah.
the light stream thing. So it's
Okay.
been a
Yeah.
lot of like watching half of a YouTube video, adjusting a setting, figuring things
Right.
out, used virtual audio cables for the first time.
Okay.
So a little spacey, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are the baby carrots helping? I'm sorry. You just. I saw you were eating something, and I asked you what you were eating, and the last thing I expected was baby carrots. There's your daily dose of ASMR.
It's so good. They're so good. I'm trying to eat fewer candies and things of the like. And I really like
Oh,
baby
do you eat
carrots.
a lot of sugar?
Tons.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
replacement. I really like them, which makes it easier. So
Yeah.
and I just noticed I have a weird like red mark on my head there.
Too.
I feel like Harry Potter. I'm chosen. We
What?
did that.
Do you know what it's from? Is it from frowning at YouTube videos?
If I had a hairline, then it would look more impressive. But as it is, it just looks like an oasis in the desert. I have no idea. I must have just either I like scratched with my hat or
okay. Yeah.
Who knows?
Apparently you look tanned.
I've spent a lot of time outside.
Okay.
Literally, when I'm not working on this, I'm just on the beach right there.
Oh.
I leave the house immediately. I just go and sit.
I miss the beach so much.
It's great. It's not like a tropical beach. It's pebbles and logs and things like that. But
it's still a beach. Like I'm talking about. I'm from Wild Atlantic Way, Ireland. I'm not talking about tropical beaches.
Okay, cool.
Just the beach and the sea. Oh, I miss it so much. Oh dear.
It's so calming. It's a very nice reset.
I would always and obviously I had a car when I was living in that part of the world as well, so that was nice, but I would always drive off to the beach whenever I thought I was having a panic attack, and it helped. Just listening to water helps generally.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And there's something about the way that the ocean just kind of rocks.
Yeah.
Going in for about 8 hours. We're going to go forward. We're going to spend about 8 hours going backwards. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's, I like it a lot.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. And there's something about it that just kind of grounds you on the planet, if that makes any sense. Like, you're very aware, oh, I'm just a person, and right now I happen to be on this beach listening to this bit of water, but it's such a tiny thing. Like, everything that I'm stressed about doesn't matter because this is lovely.
Yeah,
like
100%.
That's how I get with beaches, and ultimately I don't think I'll survive if I don't move to somewhere where I can be near a beach at some point.
I mean, you're not too far off because Edinburgh's got one. So
I've never been to Portobello in Edinburgh.
It's not bad.
Nearly 3 years. It's I never felt excited to go there from the pictures, because also being from the part of the world that I'm from, I'm fucking spoiled with beaches. Like, they're so beautiful that I see city beaches and I'm just like, that's not it. That's just not it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, there was like, I can't remember. I only went once, and there was just because I had a day. I think I was doing the Stand for a weekend, and I was like, I have nothing to do until 8 p.m. And so I just got on and went over, and it was just nice to see the ocean. That was enough for me.
Yeah.
It was just like, great. I ate some fish and chips. I sat by the ocean, read a book, wrote some jokes, felt 1,000 times better.
That's nice.
And then went about my day. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should go to Oban.
Oh, okay.
Go there. Is
that very far away?
Stunning. It's absolutely stunning. It's a tiny little village. The beach is beautiful. An Irish friend of mine,
don't they?
Sorry?
I think there's a comedy festival there, and I think I got invited to do it.
Oh, okay.
But I decided not to because no money was mentioned, and I looked it up and it was like 4.5 hours away, and I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, go for a weekend. Don't go for an afternoon.
Yeah.
But it's really beautiful. My friend had his stag do up there.
Ooh.
Because he loves Oban whiskey. And there's the distilleries right there. So we went to the distillery,
cool.
Spent a couple days just drinking and partying. Beautiful.
Speaking of distilleries, I don't tell my dad. Nobody tell my dad. It's a surprise, okay? He doesn't listen to the stream, and I'm pretty sure nobody here knows him or has any contact details for him, but don't tell my dad.
Okay.
I have booked us. My dad's coming to visit me at the end of September, which I cannot wait for. And I have booked us a tour of Clydeside Distillery in Glasgow, which is a new distillery.
Okay.
So new, in fact, that I actually don't think they have their own whiskey yet. They have a new batch spirit thing that they're doing,
but it hasn't been aged yet.
It hasn't been aged yet.
Yeah.
So, so we're going to do that, but they're bringing in other whiskeys for their tasting experiences and stuff at the moment, but they are doing one that is a chocolate and whiskey tasting.
Nice.
So I am very excited about that. And I'm going to surprise my dad with that.
Hell yeah.
Hello.
Speaking of surprising dads.
Surprising dads. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
What's up? You're home. Was your dog happy to see you?
Aloysius? He certainly is. What a time. I got home half an hour ago, unpacked, set up everything, pooped, showered, and went to the bathroom. It's pretty exciting. And I made a veggie burger.
Sorry, pooped, showered, and went to the bathroom.
Eat also, and I took.
What did you do in the bathroom after pooping and showering?
Brushed my teeth and used mouthwash. And
he rinsed the poop down the shower drain.
I certainly did, of course.
That was a lot of it. That was about 20 of the 30 minutes.
John, you're a little bit quiet.
I American psychoed myself in the bathroom.
Oh my God, Sarah, I'm sorry. My mother thought I said the same thing. Is there something about the way that I say a new distillery?
Yeah, I hear it now. It now. Yeah. Yeah, these nudists are ill as fuck.
What do you think the worst food product would be to be prepared by naked people?
Oh, anything with really hot oil that spatters.
Well, you're thinking about the people that are cooking. I'm thinking about the people that are going to eat it. Yeah.
I just have a more developed sense of empathy, I guess.
Well, that actually, it crossed my mind, and then I decided I'm not going to.
No, if you took that job, you knew what you were doing. I side with the Nuremberg trials on this. Just because you're following orders doesn't mean that you aren't still guilty.
Not an excuse. Quit your job.
Okay, in terms of having somebody cook for you.
Are they serving it as well, or are they just cooking it?
I think anything that they have to
cooking it, and you
so like a bread.
Oh yes.
Like anything that has much fond.
I think for me it would actually it would be a beverage. It would be wine, like freshly stomped wine, but they're naked, so all their like pube dust and whatever falls into it while they're stomping it. That would make.
I mean, that must happen anyway.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they're wearing pants, so there's not.
Yeah, but like, okay, the pants catch some of it, but those pants have holes in them.
Yeah, but there's underwear. That's getting most of it. It's like that's the difference between like wearing a mask and not wearing a mask. Like I'm okay with what gets through,
though, isn't it? It's still people's feet in it.
Yeah, but regularly they wash the feet. I assume it's not some dirty mud stomping Frenchman jumps in a barrel and has at it. I guarantee you,
there are some old French or Italian recipes where they're like, you go for a walk in the muddy fields, and then it's the soils and the oils that add the flavor. I guarantee you, that's a thing.
Yeah, I think you're 100%. A couple, and their kids hate them and can't wait for them to die.
Oh my god,
weird old man.
Yeah, the kids are just eyeing the property he paid. I paid 3 shillings for these. That's my spot on Italian accent. And it's worth like $8 million. And the kids are like, we're just going to carve this up. And the Juicy Pussy Distillery. My answer. Well, you don't want to go to the Juicy Pussy Distillery?
No, but that just got me thinking about what are they distilling?
The juices.
Yeah, the juices that
It's
you
the
use-
natural sugars in the juices.
The natural sugars for you to enjoy your drink. You know, it doesn't have a name. You just taste it and go, it's viscous in nature and thicker than expected.
This tastes like a white girl.
Reminds me of World War II when I was stationed in Brighton as a spy. Captured immediately because I did not learn the English accent. The worst food to prepare naked would be, I'm going to say there's a certain type of Japanese noodle, which how you prepare it is you knead the dough and then you sit on a log and gently bounce up and down on the noodle, slowly separating it. That would be
that
real
is it.
rough.
That is it. That is exactly it. Yeah.
Like, like this is the thing that they bounce on. And so imagine them straddling like this and just gingerly dunga, dunga.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how it feels. I want to just talk about quickly. I made an unprecedented journey from the Los Angeles International Airport. The fact I was in my house at 1:25, impossible. I landed at 12:40. I don't know how that happened. And with a checked bag. It was crazy. Nothing went wrong.
Oh, good. You're talking. I'm sure people from LA would be like, "Wow." But neither Ashley or I have
no
any frame of
concept of
reference
time. Like, how long does that? Should that take? Like
hours. It's the most. It's like because the thing is they don't have Ubers don't do curbside pickup, and there's no other way to do public transport. So you have to go to a specific parking lot, and if like 80 international flights land at the same time, and it's like all of those people have jammed up all the Ubers, you can't leave for like an hour, and also, David, you're very impressed that I live in LA. I have
Thank you, David.
I've seen your tweets.
Oh, you see what Joe Trope did there? You see what Joe Trope did there? Very lax LAX security. Oh,
it'd be weird if they did security on the way out of the airport. But yes, no, I landed. Imagine if they did. They were just like, we need to search you for stuff. Wait, what? And they're like, yeah, we just don't. Yeah, literally.
Mexico does that.
Do they?
Sort of. There's like a green-red situation where you just walk up and you wait, and then someone behind a curtain arbitrarily goes like, green, you can leave. Red, they're checking everything.
What are they checking? It's Mexico.
Yeah, I know. It's remarkable. Who's bringing things there? It's so much cheaper to buy them. So much easier.
Yeah, the car.
Of course, Alex was jealous of you being in Harlem. She's a hipster to the end. She's a 47-year-old hipster.
Harlem was crazy. Did I send you guys the photo of that church sign that I took?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Doesn't yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was really crazy.
What we didn't take
his name was Manning. His name was James Manning, Pastor James Manning, which is my granddad's name.
Was your granddad a very, very racist, fire and brimstone, probably Baptist black preacher from Harlem who had, I'm not going to lie, the biggest poster of himself, but slightly pixelated on the side of the church, which is so funny. Where it's
that's so funny.
You didn't know your sizing correctly. You were too mean to a graphic designer. Very good. Very
nice.
And if anyone sees things like this, block them, don't click them. I've been seeing a lot of links like that, and they are gonna fuck you up.
Yeah, what?
Yeah,
what?
They're you were saying yesterday they're like guiding hate raids.
Yeah, there's different like follow bots that are guiding hate raids, but they could also be like malware. When you open it, it sends it in. There's a bunch of, but yeah, people are like openly attacking Twitch now. So
because what's happening tomorrow?
I don't know.
I assume that's what it is.
I think the hate raid thing is in response. The thing that's happening tomorrow is in response to the hate raid thing.
Yeah.
No, I agree. And then
they might be doubling down. Yeah.
And then the people that do it are doubling down, and then it's a nightmare.
Yeah, maybe. I also wonder if Twitch has just hit that that point in the internet where jerks found it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got news for you, boyos. They found it in November.
Jerks. Yeah. Oh, is that you? Did you get here in November?
I did. I started in October. When did I start? Yeah, October, I believe, is when I started. But here's the thing: I completely agree, but I think it's also like it's because everything that like Trump's rise, all this sort of stuff is all predicated on techniques that were used in Gamergate.
Yeah.
So the idea of you spam, super abuse, you never apologize, you talk down, you escalate morally more than the other person is. Do you know the idea? Like you, and it's that thing of like, you can even see, you saw it with like Black Lives Matter the first time around, it came around in 2015, where they were like, shouldn't it be all lives matter? Like all that sort of stuff, where it's like, that's like trying to escalate the moral high ground and that sort of stuff. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people being like, well, no, you shouldn't take tomorrow off, stuff like that. Like I know some people are saying, listen, I face all this stuff all the time. I'm not taking tomorrow off. That's totally fine if they are in groups that face a lot of hate. I'm specifically talking about like, there will be a bunch of white dudes being like, you can't tell me not to do it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that's just ramping up all the attention, because then all of the fucking assholes of the Breitbarts and the Hunaha of the world are going to see this, and we'll just go through it a little bit.
I did read that thread from Jordan Rasco that Alex sent us, and that was a very good take on it, I think, which was, you know, basically she summed up that she doesn't think it's a good way for them to protest, that them being any people of color or queer people on Twitch, any minorities on Twitch, basically, because what the hate raids are trying to do is basically drive them out. So by them abstaining from twitching tomorrow, they're giving them that, you know, in a weird way. And like, she did kind of point out that maybe if you're not a minority, aka either of you guys,
as usual, the white woman trying to really take another side. Well,
there you go.
That might have worked in 2016, Manning, but it's
I'm very aware. I'm very aware that I am
all right.
A very straight channel.
And
well, just give it all to me. But anyway, I feel uncomfortable now.
Should I make more veggie burgers? Oh my god, Ashley just took off her top. Oh, she's wearing a top underneath, but for a second I was like, wow, really kicking it up a notch, Manning.
I missed what you said, but I heard really kicking it up a notch.
The way you took your top off was very, like, getting down to business. Like, I was like, does she not have a shirt on? Like, wow, Alex actually really has taken over the power.
I have a shirt on, don't worry.
Thank God. We're not in our hot tub yet.
Yeah.
My thing about I think that's a good point about the fact they're trying to force them off, and taking a day off seems counterintuitive. But I think that in terms of like, and this isn't something that I know, this is something I'm trying to figure out, is it's hard to show how many of you are being affected by it with your presence. It's a lot easier with your absence sometimes. Like that's why you stage walkouts, or you can stage sit-ins. Which are and so trying to get a hold of a big company like that is difficult. We should be sitting in
instead of walking out, that kind of way.
Does she explain what that would look like online? Because sitting in physically is obvious, you know, like they took over the Chicago airport by sitting on all the toilets. Awesome.
Yeah, it is hard to know what to do, but basically, you know, it should be about, let's just promote some queer people of color streamers, and maybe we dedicate the next however long to finding some of those that we raid all the time or something.
I guess the way,
because I know I'm definitely not following enough.
I'm only following like a couple. Like the but like the way I was looking at tomorrow is, it's one of those whenever there's something big that needs to change. Once it's changed, you only hear about the last thing that happened, but there's a million things that happen, small things that happen. And this just felt like one of those steps where it's like, try something, see what happened, where it worked, where it didn't, who got involved and how, create a sort of community in the way of like following or hosting other channels and things like that. And then the next thing happens. So I'm fine with this as a step. It's not an end. It's just a thing.
So my whole thing with it, and Joe and Tet both hit the nail on the head for me, is it's not about, the reason why I thought it was such a good idea to take it off is it's not actually about the people hate rating and all that sort of stuff. It's
Yeah.
about Twitch being accountable to take
Yeah.
some action and stop doing this. Which is, and Twitch doesn't want to do it because Twitch is making a fuckload of money in the same way that there's, and I've done a bit of reading about it. Like when I was starting, I remember there's a whole thing about Twitch's double standard, which is if you're one of their people that's making like tens of thousands of dollars a month on Twitch, they are totally going to let you bend some rules. If you're us,
full show your butthole.
Yeah, they're going to make an example. I want you to know for 1 second, I clearly have been like hectic and traveling too much. My entire body just felt like it went like this. And I was like in the middle of my point being like, what am I talking about? How am I on the internet? Why am I home? I was supposed to be in New York. I also stayed up until like 3 a.m. watching sketch comedy with Graham K. So it's also part of the, got up at 6 to make my flight. How do you like that?
Boo.
And I took a Xanax on the plane and only slept for 2 hours. So there's definitely some fun chemicals in my body.
Oh, you got to sleep those out, buddy.
Not going to happen, pal. Got so much to do.
Open the stove, turn it on, sweat it out. Unless you have a gas stove.
Already did it. Stove's already on.
Nice. Heat yourself.
I want to sleep, Alex. I don't want to be calm.
Good.
Everyone knows that.
Good.
So in the end, we are actually, as it turns out, going to stream tomorrow, but we will only be using words of hate. Is that what I'm taking away from this conversation?
That's exactly what
it's called. It's called the Hastings stream.
Yeah.
That's,
it's called. Yeah. But how do you Hastings stream? It's my alter, my alter alt-right character, Josh Hate Stings.
Oh, dear.
He looks like this.
Oh, furious.
Oh, I didn't realize I was hanging out here on Cuck Island, huh? Saw a real creep on the New York subway this morning. Pull one of the weirdest "no, I wasn't staring at a woman" moves I've ever seen in my life, which is guy got on selling a bunch of wraparound sunglasses, already a douchebag, and like keeps trying to like make eye contact with this woman, and she's reading a book. And she just drops it and goes, "Stop trying to look at my fucking eyes." And he went, "I'm just trying to read the cover of your book." And he went, "I don't give a fuck." And then she just sat down and just stared up at him. And I was like, "Why is she like sitting down, And he was like, but it was so crazy because I'm sat, like I was behind him and I was like, all right, she seems to be handling this. But if like he goes, attack him. And then he just like backed up at the next station. And then she stood up, and I'll never forget this part. She went, I was like, does this happen to her every day that she's that like chill, calm about it? Like, holy shit.
That's great.
Oh, it was very, very good. No different. Mine is actually mine's more meta than Stuart Lee, therefore better. I am now the new self-proclaimed greatest comedian in Britain after Daniel Kitson. Never forget, we all love Stuart Lee. Does legitimately think he's the second best comedian in Britain, which we all know is not true. Everyone knows it goes Tim Vine, Tim Vine, Tim Vine. End of list.
They are pretty good. They're pretty good. I'm a big fan of, if I had to pick my top 3, it would go Mark Silcox.
Yep.
Then Raymond and Mr. Timkins. And then...
I don't know if you're being serious with Raymond and Mr. Timkins or not.
I actually really love Raymond and Mr. Timkins. I know it's so silly, and I fucking love it. I'm a bus vigilante.
Why? What did you do on the bus? Also,
I just have one of those. What's that?
I love Raymond and Mr. Timkins too. Have you ever seen Raymond and Mr. Timkins, Ashley? Do we know what it is? This is literally what it is. Two guys in vests with weird hats. And they literally do puns based off of songs.
But they don't say it. They don't say a word.
They literally just
signs and props. And
they'll literally just stand there with like a with a wooden eye, and then it's like ah, and that's it. That's the bit, and they do that for up to an hour.
But they don't just stand there. They tell a story with it. It's like it'll be there's always a narrative to it. It's wild. It's so British. You couldn't get away with it anywhere else. And in theory, I should hate them, but I love them.
I'll have to see that at some point.
Yeah, you have to see it live. There's no describing.
Oh, so
the floor of the bus.
Reading. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I don't read in public.
What?
You can't read. Be honest, Ashley.
Come on, Ashley. Can
Come
you not
on.
read?
You've lied for long enough.
Imagine it turns out you're getting a master's and you can't read. Do you know how much more impressive that is than just getting a master's?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's so much more impressive.
I read quite a lot, thank you.
Oh,
You've seen a lot of movies.
You know what? You guys think you're just hot stuff with all your fucking movies. Name a book, okay?
Bossy Pants by Tina Fey.
Yeah, The Dirt by Motley Crue.
The collected essays of Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Oh, fucking Chris made books lame. There, you sit
He just ruined
the
it.
library,
He just
nerd.
proved
Go
my
to the
point.
library. Look, he's off to the library now. Go to the library. He's off to the library. Are you having fun at the library? Oh, I knew that you would have
No.
had that.
Yeah,
it was
two-hand. It was two-hand.
I'm gonna spend the rest of the show just reading to you from the essays of Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Oh, really? Are you? That's interesting. Can you start now?
Yeah, let's go. The method of nature.
There we go.
Thank you. I was going to do it if you didn't.
I only muted him. Someone else removed him. Someone else removed you. I just wanted to mute you.
Moot.
Gentlemen, let us exchange congratulations on the
Listen,
enjoyment and the.
Yeah.
No. Okay, Chris. Okay, good. Great. Keep going, buddy. We can hear it.
He has been timed out.
Great. That's his timed out. That's his timed out. That's his timed out. So look at me. Ashley, how are you? It feels like I haven't done this show for 2 weeks.
Oh,
I've been doing it from weird confines.
Yeah, you missed me last night.
What happened last night?
So yesterday was just hangover.
Oh no.
I was dying. I was absolutely
Let's
dying.
get Chris back for a full debrief. Well,
Yeah.
Chris,
I'm still timed out.
I don't know how long the times out lasts.
I didn't know there was a specific time. I think it was just until we feel like we need to bring you back.
Yeah. So go ahead. So what happened the night before? What caused you to get so hungover?
So
I'm sure this
I
has been discussed before, but let's discuss it more.
I went to go and see the lovely Alfie Brown's show to end my fringe on.
Alfie Clown? That name again is Alfie Clown?
Yes. Diamond Geyser. We had a whole conversation. Cannot tell you what we said.
Was it a good conversation?
I remember that I was sat talking to you for about maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes. I don't remember what I said to you. I'm sorry. I went through to see Alfie's show and then sat in Monkey Barrel with Alfie, with Tim Key, and with Sam Campbell, and just drank.
Okay.
And then
stop taking Chris off now.
And then got on the megabus home.
That was me.
That was you? Okay. Are you coming back on, or are you just going to read?
Oh yeah, no, I just know the story, so I'll see you guys in a minute.
He heard it all yesterday. Everybody's heard it all before, but I'm just filling you in quickly. You are distracting it so that it's taking a long time.
I just didn't know what was going on with Chris. All right, now I have a couple of questions that I want Chris back in here for. Chris,
yeah,
did you go through and rate on that table, like who would be in the GSA situation, that if Ashley had been in a different mind set, she would have
we
initiated?
Can't do it to real people though. We can't do that to people.
I thought we didn't talk about it because we've got sort of an agreement that we don't do it with people we know.
No, because that's just uncomfortable.
But in my head, I assumed that it was going to be everybody was going to be involved, but you were going to give them specific roles, like Alpha.
Oh,
Beta,
okay.
Back rubber. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be. Hang on, you're muted.
He's a back rubber.
No, it's.
I was going to say the same thing. That's exactly what I was going to say. He's conscientious, and he also, you know what I mean.
I have a scenario in my head, but I'm not telling you it because I know these people.
Private chat.
No, I don't even want to do that. I don't even want to do that. This thought is just for me.
Ooh.
As she slowly takes off her other shirt.
Yeah, to reveal yet another shirt. But on that shirt, A photo of Sam Campbell. Wait, Sam Campbell of Australia? Sam Campbell?
Yeah. So
Australia?
I'd never met him or Tim before, so that was really fun actually to get to meet them and hang out with them, and it was just really fun. Like the two of them were wearing caps when they arrived, and at some point, two more caps appeared, and I don't know from where, but we were all wearing caps, and I don't know how that happened, but that was a thing. And Alfie and Sam did a very funny thing where whenever I'm sitting with a whole group of guys, if I have to go to the bathroom, I announce to the whole group, I'd really appreciate if none of you spiked me. So just simultaneously a joke and not a joke. But I came back from the bathroom and Alfie and Sam had gotten a syringe from the bar and stuck it in my drink.
It's great stuff.
However, I went and got that syringe. I have the syringe still.
I just want to point out, by the way, I think Chris is still reading just Emerson poetry.
He's still reading poetry and he's still eating baby carrots.
I thought those were Doritos. Chris, are those baby carrots or Doritos?
Baby carrots.
Answer the question. Those could still be Doritos.
Baby carrots.
Baby carrots, baby.
You know, my home ec t-shirt, Tina Misko, told us all that they dipped those in acid, which is why they were so small. And the principal came and yelled at her in front of the entire class. Because she literally lied to children. And by the way,
her explanation was that they were big carrots dipped in acid to burn off the rest of the carrot.
That's right.
Oh my God. Is that something she believed or was she just fucking with you?
I don't know, but she was the worst teacher I ever experienced. My mom, who put a premium on education, said, "Do not listen to this woman."
Wow.
Wow.
She also said that I can't remember if there's no ovens in Asia, which is just not true, because she clearly doesn't understand how big Asia is.
Oh my God.
But I do know that she said they'd never heard of cookies in China. I remember her saying that. She's like, they don't have cookies in China. I've never heard of them. And I was like, bear in mind, this was like 1996. They've 100% heard of cookies.
They haven't even heard of them. There's no mention of cookies.
Even you know how I know that some people in China probably do that? Because there was 2 Chinese people in my class with family in China. And if I know anything about kids, they're mentioning cookies on a phone call with their grandparents at some point.
No, fortune cookies can't count because that is definitely an American approximation.
It was invented at Epcot Center.
There we go.
Yeah. Epcot Center. It was invented for the Japanese, their stall, as like a promo. Here's a little thing that you can have. And then the Japanese were like, this is gross and weird and we hate it. So they stopped doing it. The Chinese were like, we'll fucking have that. Don't worry about it.
That's so good.
What I like about most ethnic cuisine in North America is that it's just those ethnic people being like, what do these fucks want to eat? They want to eat that?
Do you know why there's no more actual fortunes and fortune cookies? Why it's all like just sort of go get them. Tomorrow's another day shit.
Was this a mystery you solved on your other stream, or do you just know a shitload about fortune cookies because you were trying to write a bit about it?
Or I just know a lot about fortune cookies because I'm just a generally curious person. I got it up. David. Have some faith.
What photo?
It's just something silly David sent me.
I want to see the photo.
So what happened was people were calling in to complain to fortune cookie companies because their spouse had gotten a cookie that said, "You will find happiness with a new love." And
that's so funny.
So many complaints at the
It could be a new love of a hobby. It could be a new love of a dog.
These are clearly people in terrible relationships who don't have enough faith in their relationship to outlast a cookie.
I mean, you say that, but sometimes you just need a little push, which was I was thinking about breaking up with someone, and I got a fortune cookie. I'll never forget. It says, "You have a tough decision ahead of you. Make it and stick with it." And I was like, fucking cookie knows what it's talking about.
Here, let me show you this picture. So I got this picture from David Hoare.
Is it of me or something else?
No. It's just a fun joke that he thought you'd enjoy. Let's see.
Oh,
let's-
by the way, thinking of other things I enjoy, my album is out right now exclusively on Pandora for the next week, which is something that
Which is not available in the UK.
Are you fucking kidding? I'm really gonna.
I tried to listen to it. Tried to listen to it today.
How
Not
about this?
available.
Anyone who wants to hear my album, if you email johnhastingspodcast@gmail.com, I will send you the album today. I want it out there now. It's
Or
taken.
buy him a coffee.
Yeah, buy me a coffee for the love of God. Where can we buy it?
Set it up as a commission on your coffee.
Yeah, John Hastings. Right there. Just send it to me. Just shoot it on over. I'll shoot it on over. Oh, what is this? Add to stream. Can you make it?
I can try.
Oh my God. Oh no. Oh. That's all right, Ashley.
I do understand it.
Explain it.
I'm trying to remember what film it's from. But it's Arnie Schwarzenegger says get to the chopper in something, right?
He does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the guy that died in the helicopter accident.
That gentleman has it. Well, we've chosen to forget it.
Guy. I think guy's a good word.
Yeah. The problem with this person is you're like, well, at the end, he seemed like a good guy, but there was that whole 20 years the entire world is trying to forget. You know, that lawsuit, the fact he was probably the rudest and best player in the NBA for about 15 years. Yeah. And his name was what? It's a type of meat and then a white man's name.
Specifically a beef.
Yeah.
That does not help me even slightly.
Well, what else can we do besides just the chat will start cheating?
You could tell me his name.
No.
Oh.
He is from Los Angeles.
I was going to say that. It's Kobe Bryant.
Thank you, Alex, for helping. We would have also accepted Wagyu Smith, Steak Sebastian. That oh god, I wish his name would have been Steaks. Yes, can we also please?
I was gonna say Kobe Bryant, and then you said, you said beef, and I was like, I don't think Kobe is a type of beef. What is Kobe?
It's
Kobe
delicious beef. It's arguably the best beef in the world.
What is it?
Japanese beef.
I'm loving this game.
Ribeye Shad. Sirloin
Stevens. That's great.
Angus.
That's the best one. Tiger has won the game. That's the best one.
That's good. I'm a big fan of Steak Stevens. Like T-Bone Terry.
T-Bone Terry from Kobe, Japan, which had an earthquake. I don't know why. I really like that. I'm Sirloin Stevens. Oh my God. Okay. Which one of these do we think is a porn name and which one should
Sirloin Stevens.
Sirloin Stevens should be a porn name.
Yeah. Sirloin
100%.
T-Bone Terry. T-Bone Terry.
T-Bone Terry's good as well.
Brisket Darren.
Brisket Darren. Also, Kimmer's Bees. Rump Rutherford sounds like a real weird character in a Downton Abbey porno.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Oh, guys, I'm so happy to be home.
Great.
But like my home, when you guys come home after a long trip, somehow your house you left it clean, but it's immediately chaos. It's just I'm just looking. Yeah. There's just so many wires on my sofa right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also because I dumped everything to be like, I need this, I need this, I need this. And then it was like trying to set this up and then trying to shower all of the airport off of me. And I'm in the middle of a tizzy.
Yeah.
I always like to clean right before I leave.
Of course.
Big fan of that. That way you come back and it's not like stressful. It's just ready for you. It's waiting. Sadaf doesn't. So it's a real coin flip whenever we go anywhere.
Don't like that. I always know I clean so much and then I'm back to like neutral and I'm just like, all right, this is good. I want to see how this is like, what this is like.
Yeah, I like to clean. I mean, I clean a lot.
Alex,
anyway.
how dare you speak that way to your father?
Yeah, Alex, that is your daddy.
I'm your dad. You're
Yeah.
47, and I'm your dad.
That's your dad. He is somehow younger than you. He's
That's
a time-traveling dad. That's right, guys. Chris is part of Marvel's Phase 4. I'm going to say this right now that certain things have been introduced into the Marvel Universe. In other news, I finished Loki, by the way, and I now know exactly what they're doing. I hate it. It's a terrible idea.
I missed something there. I'm sorry.
And Steven is your mother.
Steven
We're
is your
very
mother.
proud of you.
Yeah, especially Steven.
Oh,
Ooh, somebody got a coffee.
Oh.
Hey, new subscription on coffee. Thank you so much.
That's
I- it-
awesome. We all have coffees. Go buy us things.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you.
And there'll be something
By
else.
buy us
launching-
things, I mean just give us money.
Just go to my PayPal at the John Hastings. PayPal me. But seriously, just email John Hastings podcast at gmail.com. I'll just send you the album. I just want it out there. I want people listening and enjoying it.
Yeah. I was very disappointed when I went in and realized I couldn't listen to it.
That's so annoying. It's like it's an
Then
algorithm.
my mother phoned and my day went, so I wouldn't have had time to
Oh,
listen to it
no.
anyway.
How long were you talking to your mom?
That's not a bad thing. It was just
Oh, the way you said that made it sound like it was like another
no,
day went.
nothing happened. It was just my mother stays on the phone for quite a while.
Yeah. Everyone here has or at one point had a mom. One of us
I used
had
to have a
real-
mom.
She was a real hot mom.
She's a hell of a lady.
Yeah, everyone knows that. Hell of a lady. A real
Hell of a
hell
lady.
cat. I'll tell you what. You know
She
what
had
I'm
a bad case of the exploding heart. I don't recommend that. If you got that, get
too
it
much
treated.
passion. Too much
Yeah,
passion.
that's right.
Oh dear. That's something I actually thought I was going to bring up at some point
Is this for my mom?
as a topic. Oh no. That is weirdly bleak.
I like it. I like it. Just,
Yeah, suck it.
yeah. I like it. Sometimes
Um,
Alex Watson is Alex Watson. Sometimes
Damn right.
it's like she's prison Mike from The Office. Like she's prison Alex. You know what I'm saying? Just like, well, fuck your mother. I ain't building no fucking overlays. How about that, motherfucker? I'm from Australia, motherfucker.
Is that your
Man.
Alex impression? It's very.
No, that's my
that was prison Mike.
That's your
my
prison Alex.
That's my
impression.
prison Alex impression. I'll have you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
Actually, so my mom got a full ride scholarship in Ireland for basketball. How good at basketball do you have to be a woman and get a full
Ooh.
ride scholarship?
Well, hang on.
In the
that-
60s.
Do you mean the Fulbright scholarship?
No, like a full ride, like they paid for everything, like a full ride.
Full
Is what we
ride.
call it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
No, the
Just
Fulbright's
'cause
like a
there's-
genius scholarship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a
Like,
basketball
I don't think we
genius.
have those in Ireland. Well, I mean,
Cigarettes.
there's not many basketball things happening in Ireland.
Right?
I'm just going to get so much hate from Irish basketball Twitter now, aren't I?
They're all watching. They're all
watching this
Yeah.
stream. I don't
Alex,
believe it's not a
Alex,
huge thing in Ireland. So
Actually,
I know.
if Irish basketball Twitter comes at us, all we have to do is just say Larry Bird a bunch of times, and they'll all just be like, "Hell of a player, hell of a coach," and then they'll just be like, "Where are your black Converse?" And then they'll all run away.
Hmm.
Alex, I'm very tired. So just how about you get off my goddamn ass?
You know,
All right?
we can just turn off all caps, and then she can't do
This
that
is-
anymore.
yeah.
Can we
I
do
mean,
that?
this is pretty much it. Yeah. Guys, where the money is.
Every day I want to call the guy and just ask questions about municipal politics. Like I want to call and be like, "Can I be involved in some way?" You know what I mean? I want to be like the car guy.
Your family would have had to be there for every generation before you.
You know how you get in is you go, "Hi, I'm John. I'm from Canada."
Oh, they would love that.
And they go, "Oh, we love
Yeah.
this guy."
I would sit down and I'd be like, "Do you guys also love gay bird?" And they'd be like, "We do." And then I would be like, "I guess you weren't expecting that from a Canadian."
Oh my god.
Oh, and they'd be like, "It's
No.
a reach, but you're in. You're in."
They're gonna hit you with the schlitter. Like
Hey, the schlitter, that's hurling. That's a different sport.
Yeah, exactly.
comes
I don't
under that still comes under the GAA.
Oh, I guess it is Gaelic athletics. I was thinking of football.
Gaelic
That's my fault.
Athletics Association.
right.
Then why are they involved in politics?
Because they're the Illuminati.
I mean, I love
The
that
real
Ireland-
one.
but here's the thing that's very important.
I'm telling
Aw.
you, the guy has connections all over the fucking planet.
Kirsten,
right?
you're the greatest. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Kirsten.
Oh, Kirsten, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Don't worry,
Kirsten.
don't worry, everyone. Soon we will also have another implementation if you want to support this stream that might be launching on Saturday and be promoted
Yeah.
on Sunday's mega stream. Also, by the quick mega stream admin, there will be loads of guests, and in typical
So many
fashion,
guests.
none of them have confirmed. So, like,
I've got two.
whom?
I just added them in. I don't want to name it because that's no fun. They're in the Discord.
No, it's all surprise, but there's some really.
Well,
good
is it all
ones.
surprise? Because there's also a bunch. There was also talk of promoting it a bunch. Who the fuck
We'll
cares?
promote
Yeah,
one.
well, let's keep it a surprise until we promote it then. Because we, like
Because
I say,
we don't know for sure yet,
haven't
so-
Yeah,
confirmed
we don't know
anything
for
yet.
sure. There's like a
Let's
million
just-
people. Yeah. I'll be here on Sunday. Chris will be here on Sunday. Ashley will be here on Sunday, and I assume there'll be a quiz. But we've already
Yeah,
lost someone from
That's
the quiz.
as much as we've got.
I want you to see if you can guess who's not making it to the quiz. Here is their reason. I will be in a boat during that night time.
Maria Lane.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She clarified. She went, "We could try the internet on the boat, but it's not been good before. And all I want to know is what boat has internet?"
Oh, that one will. It's 14 hours.
Oh, she's going to the mainland.
No, she's already in Shetland. It's a different boat. I think.
Oh, it's a different boat. Okay.
Okay.
Wait, it takes her 14. The world is too big. I'm going to say this right now. The world, you can't be, if you're 14 hours north of Scotland, you should be in Canada somehow.
Yeah.
That's beyond the North Pole.
Right?
Yeah.
Also, something I learned this week in New York, America's put their own North Pole in Alaska.
What?
You heard me.
Explain that.
In one of the towns, I was talking with someone, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the North Pole's in Alaska." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And they were like, "I lived up there. They set up their own North Pole just by the side of the road to be like, there it is. That's where Santa lives." And they're like, "There are different North Poles? No, there's one North Pole, and it's where Santa lives, and it's at the top. You can't have the Northeast Pole."
What one of the three things he just said was true.
Which one?
The one that there is one North Pole. The other two things are not true.
There are two. There's one North Pole, and that's
There's
where
one North
Santa
Pole.
lives.
Santa, no. Also, it's not at the top because we're on an axis. So,
What?
you want to
No,
nerd
it's
me
at
out
the top.
again? I'll read
I'm
my
trying to-
Emerson. Don't even worry. I'm in a good
God.
spot.
It's also that it's Emerson too.
He's a brilliant man.
Which one? I think it's Nathaniel Hawthorne is the one who wrote about the guy who drank cider, went long bowling, and then woke up like 10 years later.
I don't know that one.
Rip Van Winkle? Is that Rip Van Winkle?
I thought Rip Van Winkle slept for 1,000 years.
No, I'm thinking of something else. Should have paid attention in American literature. Speaking of not doing well in university, guess who used to just have morning beers with his friend Joanne every day instead of going to American literature? Still got a B-.
Ashley.
It was Ashley. Yes.
No.
Oh, I thought you were prepping for the Who
I
Knows
just
Ashley
dribbled
best.
on myself. Oh yeah, we're doing a Who Knows Ashley Best quiz on my birthday.
Yes, we are. I already predict Chris will win because Chris is thus far the undefeated quiz champion, by the way.
Yeah.
Can't stop. Can't stop.
What were we just saying? My brain is a sieve.
Don't remember.
It doesn't matter.
We were talking about the fucking North Pole and I zoned out.
That's right. Well, why? Oh,
Because I wasn't keeping up with it.
Come on. The North Pole is very interesting. It's the most human thing ever.
Sometimes you're saying things that are just too far out of my brain context, and I can't.
My questions were so good last mega stream. Exactly what I wanted them to be. It was like I
Yeah.
handpicked them. They were so good.
Yeah.
You do
I want to
get
point out, by the way,
weirdly lucky.
David Hoare was invited to participate in the stream, and he's going to a festival because he doesn't want to be around you in your cheating, horrible ways. I don't know
Horrible.
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 David
I don't know how you-
horrible.
No. I don't know how. I don't know. I hate that so much. Yeah.
I hated it so much. That was me. I couldn't not do that.
I mean, that's a very good joke. That is true. That is the amount of 9/11s that are equivalent to a calm man drinking Coors in his bedroom.
Yeah.
How are things going, by the way? It's 2:50 and you're having a Coors.
Yeah, I'm just wiped from the light stream stuff. It just knocked me out because it doesn't come natural to me. And so because I was doing it for hours last night, and then I woke up this morning and I started doing it, and then I did the stream and fixed some things, my brain's just shot. So after this stream, done for the day. That's a wrap for me.
Yeah.
I was just making sure it wasn't the other stuff you're dealing with. It's just taken a inevitable and bad turn. I was like, you're just like, well, I don't want to ruin Chris's mojo, but let's put it this way: he needs a net and a wooded area to search.
Mega stream is from 4:00 UK time and 8 a.m.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, your time.
Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard Time. I knew what time zone you were in.
I'm gonna have
North Pole Standard Time.
I'm gonna have a lot of coffee, and I'm gonna Uber Eats breakfast around noon. I would say.
Ooh.
Strong.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this all day, but I'm making ratatouille tomorrow, and I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What is ratatouille?
Oh. Somebody mentioned the film on Twitter, and I went, well, I guess I'm having dinner for that. I guess I'm having ratatouille for dinner tomorrow. I can't be aware of that film without making it. It's basically like vegetables cooked in tomato sauce, but it's it's like aubergine, cucumber, and red onion cooked in loads of tomato sauce. I do it with I do a parmesan and Ras El Hanout spice mix in breadcrumbs over the top of it, and it's so good. It's so good. Oh, garlic! There's a lot of garlic in it. It's just really good.
I mean, I don't want to brag, but I went to what just looked like a hipster bar yesterday when we were very hungry, and they're like, "We have pasta," and I was like, "I can't wait for this is some out of the box pasta." Turns out it's an Italian family that owns the bar, and there was a man home making pasta back there.
Wow!
And you know when you get the good raviolis where they only give you like 6, and then they like drizzle the sauce on grandma style? That's what I had, and that's why I brought up. I thought ratatouille was like a bigger ravioli. I had no idea or concept of what it is. I've never seen that Pixar movie.
Oh, you got to see it. So good.
It's like the best one. It's not the best one, but it's one of them.
I have a real thing with
It's
Pixar
so
movies
lovely.
because
So
I watched Up and I was told I would be uplifted, and instead my soul was ripped from my body and attacked. Also,
It's
if you watch the first 11 minutes,
Only
of
the first
movie
10
Up-
minutes. That's all.
Yeah, but still, but they
And then
haunt
it's like,
you.
yay, talking dogs
Yeah.
and adventure.
Yeah,
Ratatouille is a totally different film. It's not the same level of emotions at all. It's still emotional, but it isn't Up.
Nothing is. Nothing is. That was. Ugh.
But it's lovely. I love because I love food as much as the rat does. So I just really enjoy that film. I love any film that celebrates food. I've realized it's a big thing in my life. One of my favorite films is Chef, and I think, like, I mentioned that on here before, and you guys were like, "It's not that good," and I'm like, "I think it's just the food."
I want to point this out. I think Chris was fine with it. I fucking hate that movie. I
love it so much.
The biggest fight I ever got into with Brendan Burns was over that movie. Because Brendan, much like you, and by the way, Ashley, it's the same thing. You and Brendan Burns both love food, love cooking, love the ritual of it. If you love that movie is so for you.
Yeah.
But you have a certain level of awareness where you can be like, it's really good. Like that's part of the reason why you like it is you love how many times Jon Favreau does this to put some salts on something. Oh, he's bouncing off his elbow. You fuck.
I also just love Jon Favreau though.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Were you the only person in the world that was happy he ended up with Marissa Tomei in the Spider-Man storyline?
Yeah.
He what?
Have you not watched that yet?
You not watched it?
No, it ends with Endgame. And I just watched Loki on Disney Plus while I was in New York. It was my because I had a bunch of work to do and I just need something in the background to be like, this is still fun. I'm still in New York. Like those 4 days where I was literally just staring at the wall. By the way, really enjoyed Loki, but Yeah,
I
just-
didn't like it as much as most people did, I don't think, but I did. I
It's-
liked it, but I had problems with it.
It is the most comic booky of the things they've made. Like that was so felt like a comic book, like down to
Yeah, I
like
agree
just
with that.
certain elements of it, and like how it's structured, how it ends, where it's like, oh, this is just gonna go on forever.
I just
Yeah.
want to. This is off. We'll come back to Loki in a second. I just want to make sure that everyone gets to read this.
I mean, if you don't think, Chris, if you don't think I've been adjusting this, so I also had my mouth always on that.
Which is very important. Everyone knows.
That is so
Does
good.
anyone? But here's my question, David: had you had a Fanta?
Yeah,
If
that's
he
kind of
hadn't had a
crucial knowledge
Fanta,
there.
That's even better.
Mm.
Yeah.
Diamond Geyser, I didn't need to watch her to know she was in Spider-Man. I was one of the probably 11 people she told because she's very good at violating NDAs.
Mhm.
Yes. Also, she asked
You
me-
hadn't had one. Had not had a Fanta. That's
Wild.
hilarious.
How sweet is David Hoare that when he burps, it smells like a delicious orangey drink?
Doesn't matter what he's eating. Always Fanta.
You know what I always think of when someone mentions Fanta was when I first went to London when I was 11 with my mom. She went for work, and my mom was just like, I'll go to London for 10 days to a stupid conference. My kid is coming. So we just went to London.
Mm.
And I remember the cab driver like picked us up at Paddington Station and was taking us to our hotel. And I just remember he was like, "You're from Canada." He's like, "You got to have a Fanta." And I was like, "What's that?" And he's like, it's a drink that's only in England. It's like Orangina, but so much better." And I was like, "Better than Orangina?" Oh my God. Yeah.
And was it?
I only
No.
think of I only
Orangina is
think of
clearly
the
better.
Clearly.
horrific allergic reaction I get to Fanta. Like it's one of
course.
the worst ones.
It's got
Yeah,
it
it's
all.
mostly tannins.
Yeah.
Tannins.
They pump it full of tannins.
What is what's the thing that you were eating and realized had tannins and you had no idea had tannins in it? Have you ever had that moment?
So the last reaction I had was really, really bad. And it was the first time I had to take something for it. Yeah, worse than semen.
Oh wow.
But I had to take something because my hand started swelling. I was on stream. and
You told us
some
this.
people
Yeah, it was
here,
before
some
you were
people
with us,
here
yeah.
will have been there when this
Oh,
happened.
yeah!
I remember you telling me. Yeah.
And I got really I started to get like dizzy and like really hot, and I was really disoriented, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening? And it was bloody. I didn't know that some Angostura bitters
That's what it was.
get tannins in it. They use pimento berries to make bitters sometimes. And I didn't know that pimento berries have tannins in them, and I had such a bad reaction.
Damn.
And that was when I was like, oh, I might be developing anaphylaxis, which is a bit scary, little bit scary. So since then, I've started really taking it a lot more seriously. Like if I'm unsure in a restaurant, I mention it, because I never used to do that, because you can be refused service if you mention you have an allergy in a restaurant. So I never used to. Yeah, like if they are not confident enough that they don't use the allergen in their food, they can refuse to serve you on the basis that they don't want to kill you. Like
That makes sense. I thought they were like
good.
that, in that context. That's great. In
Yeah.
what I was thinking, I was like, they were just like, get out of here.
no, it's like they
This I
they're,
like. This is
legally
leave
pressed.
this here. Leave this here. Leave this here. I just want a quick clarification before we. Oh, now, Ashley, can we use the banners to summarize our talking points and to play calls to action?
I think we can.
Now,
What kind of talking points? Things like e.g. clans?
I was about to say, I want to inspire community, e.g., clans.
Perhaps some city building dynamics.
Exactly. Correct.
I enjoy this too much. Because I'm a big old Back to the Future nerd. I love that.
Yeah, but have
Back
you
to
seen all
Future.
three?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What do you think?
They're
of the third one?
like Marty McFly was a sexual awakening. And then his mother was another kind of sexual awakening.
His mom, I really had the hots for his mom.
Yeah.
we all listen. We all had our hots for Caroline from the City, which is a show
Caroline
that no one remembers. No one.
I remember that. I love that show.
That was on for so long. That suddenly there's like a bunch of sitcoms that no one like. The fact that Murphy Brown ended its TV run a week after Seinfeld ended its TV run was a real miscarriage of justice for Murphy Brown. Yeah, no.
Grace Under Fire. Did you ever watch that?
Of course.
Brett
Dave
Butler's?
Thomas, Brett Butler, losing her mind and disappearing forever.
What a lady. What about Titus? Christopher Titus.
This is madness. That's madness.
Oh, wow.
I don't. What's BTPF?
Back to the Future.
Wait, what? He just left.
He just left the what? That is insane. Tuck needs a slap for that.
That is like, it's one of those things where like, that's such a fucking, I love the third one. It's not the best of those movies, but it's
but you have to finish it. Like you have to watch all three. Because especially because they filmed the second and third at the exact same time. And when you watch the second one, it went immediately into the trailer for the third one because they already had most of it filmed. They were able to put or they had it put together. And so they were able, like, how can you not watch the third one?
I can't believe this is your strongest emotion when it comes to films.
Yeah.
This is what broke you.
Here's my main thing, and I said it before and I'll say it again. I want a clarification on what's
going on.
Was that you?
No, I think that was Alex.
All right. Let's, from now on, the removal of Scream, unless it's a timeout from the chat, you have to self-remove because it just it kills the flow a bit.
Yeah.
The thing I'm going to say this right now. I want clarification on what's going on with Doc and Marty's relationship. Because I understand it's a mentor-mentee relationship. I just want to know how they met.
How did they meet? Yeah, it's the big mystery of the whole thing is why have they been friends in the first place? It just makes no sense.
But I like that they never address it because is there a reason that you would have accepted?
Well, I think because I'm so cynical about the world, but you remember how I pointed out that in the 80s they started doing the white guy and black guy friendships so that they couldn't be in a sexual relationship together. Okay. I think it's the same concept. I think they must have gone, well, if the one's really old and one's really young, then maybe it's not weird. But they didn't know enough about pedophiles. But I don't know. I kind of like the idea of maybe we don't have to justify people being friends because that's always like a thing. I have a friend, one of my loveliest friends that she's in her 60s. You know, I do have an older friend.
I was really excited. I was really hoping you were about to say, I have a black friend and just stop talking. That's where I thought that sentence was going.
No, I'm really good friends with a woman in her 60s and I love her.
Great.
And so I kind of just like that they're friends.
Grooming you.
She's actually my former boss. But I just got along really well with her and we've stayed friends. And she moved to Australia, which made me really sad.
Couple of quick things. You weren't a teenager when you were friends with someone who was in their 60s.
Yes, I was. I started that job when I was 17.
Second of all, I think Baldy may have actually gotten it right here because Doc may remember meeting Marty in the past. Doc needed to be alive in the 50s and kids would watch movies with teens in the movies to fool the Libyans. Of course, the Libyans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the Libyan terror.
Right at the start.
That's a weird part of it too, is that Doc Brown is committing high treason.
I never clocked that until I was an adult. Like I saw that movie so many times and I just didn't understand what Doc was doing. I thought he'd just like nicked something, you know, you didn't really think about the level of what he was doing.
But he wasn't going to sell it to them, right? He used them so he could get it.
Yeah.
And then they realized that he'd used them and so they were coming to kill him.
Yeah. He built a bomb out of
He didn't give the nuclear power to terrorists, which makes him a good guy. But
he may have committed
he still stole it.
Yeah.
We never know if he turned the treasonous Libyans into the authorities, Christopher.
Oh no way! He's still a doctor.
Oh,
he's taking an
is
oath
this the
to be a
actual
cool-ass guy.
answer?
Is that how they met, Dungeon Demon?
That's
Dungeon
not
Demon.
referenced in it though.
Dungeon
Demon, I met you in real life, didn't I? I think I met you in real life at a show.
This is heavy.
This is heavy.
You don't think fourth dimensionally. Which is your favorite of the three?
Films?
Yeah. I'm guessing you're gonna say 2 because you like a nice bleak ending.
You do like that.
I
Heard
know
James Joyce.
it's going to be an unpopular one, but I actually loved the Wild West one.
I do too.
I really love it.
It's phenomenal.
It's so good.
I listen. The first one is the best one, but the third one is the one I have watched the most. It's so goofy and stupid.
So cute.
And ZZ Top's in it.
I just love the fact that in order for them to justify giving Doc a love story, in the second film, they had to write in, you know how he does the skin treatment thing and he takes off the mask and he's like, I look 10 years younger or something. They did that just so they could justify giving him a love story in the third film.
I love it.
I like him pretty,
so that he looked better.
I like that. That's weirdly somehow very forward thinking, where it's like, listen, we got to make this bag of shit look good for the hot broad we got coming up in the next movie.
He wasn't as old as he looked because they made him look older in the first one. I mean, so that he could look younger when Marty goes back.
You do know who the most notorious partier in the history of the Sunset Strip is, for the record.
Really?
Christopher Lloyd is like notorious. Was like a notorious watch the fuck out. Like insane.
Really? Like what kind of stuff?
Like always there, always drunk, always like stories like drag racing down the middle of Sunset Strip, running around naked, like just mad.
What?
Yeah.
That's great.
He was also then moved to Malibu.
He's not a bad guy, is he though?
I think he's just a drunk and a drug
I
addict.
don't mind Wild. I just don't want him to be an asshole.
Yeah, I think he was like Kelsey Grammer.
I don't know who that
Kelsey
is.
Grammer's an asshole though.
Yeah, but the problem he was Fraser, so I have to defend him.
You can be an asshole and still not be,
bad example.
But what I'm saying
is he a pervert? That's my question.
I don't know, but based on the fact
we'll probably never know.
Yeah, but based on the fact that anytime someone parties a lot, he's
on the video for The Power of Love. No way. That's amazing.
Is he in that video? Can we want?
That's so
by the way,
cool.
the UTS
because Huey Lewis is the one in the movie that says his own song is too loud.
In the video?
That Huey Lewis?
That's Huey Lewis. No, you know when Marty plays The Power of Love for his school concert thing.
Is that in
the teacher that's like it's in the first one?
In the first one where
the teacher that's like it's just too darn loud. That's Huey Lewis that wrote the song.
Yeah, Huey. So it's the scene where
No, he's not the headmaster. He's the guy that's watching the bands play.
Yeah, he's the guy that inexplicably has a megaphone for a talent show. And it's one of those things that the 80s really led me to believe, which is teenage musicians will just be really good at music like 2 years in. Because literally, like Marty McFly literally is just like, bow, bow, down. That's so fucking good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Wait, that was Mary Steenburgen in Back to the Future 3?
Holy shit. Where the fuck did you just pull that out of your vagina?
Oh.
It's in my bookshelf. Everything you want to know. And also, it's from the bookshop. I won't show that. It's from the bookshop where I worked with my friend.
Holy shit.
Oh, nice.
Close that circle, didn't you?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, an Untitled Twitch stream first. A topic It's brought up, discussed, resolved, and called back to. It's the first time ever.
Within 5 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
There's about
Usually
an hour and a
takes
half
months.
between.
No,
We close
it's
these
that-
circles.
Yeah, but like months later.
Yeah,
He was so fucking good in The Addams Family.
he's so
Oh.
good in the Addams Family.
The
I
Addams
don't know
Family is
how much I
still
love-
like a perfect movie.
It's
so
really
fun to
good.
watch.
I
It's so
just
good.
I don't listen. The first one is good for people that haven't seen the Addams Family in a while. But if you're this fucking weird kid and we're watching like all the old Addams Family things, you're like, I don't need to see Fester on the out getting back in.
Mm.
I want Fester in the family. Let's get some hijinks going. That's why Addams Family Values, I feel, is the superior film.
I disagree.
I haven't
I
actually
disagree.
watched Addams Family Values since I can't remember it, so I need to
it's
watch it
stupid.
again. But I watched Addams Family at Halloween last year. I think I did it for our film club when I used to do a film club on my stream. Despite rumors suggesting that I've never seen any films.
Well, it's kind of surprising
why
that you only bring this up now, which
That's why
makes
we
me
have
think
evidence
that
of 3 films. We Back to the Future
There's-
3.
Back to the Future 3, an Irish
They're
sex
so-
education film,
That I consider television.
And the Jesus film.
and the Jesus film. 3 films.
Passion of the Christ.
No, the Jesus film. That's what it's called.
Remember, it's like the top. It's in the top
was
10
one
most
of the
watched
top
movies
10
of all
most
time.
watched-
Oh yeah. By the way, guess what they're making a sequel to?
The Jesus film.
Passion of the Christ.
Yeah.
Passion of the Christ 2. Also, apparently, Jim Caviezel is he's one of the biggest.
Oh yeah, we
spreaders
did do a watchy Wally watch along. I think that was the only one that worked without booting people out of the Discord watch party.
Okay.
What is booting?
That's why I stopped doing the film club watch alongs, was because every single time most people couldn't actually watch the film, and I couldn't figure out why.
Yeah,
Oh,
why?
And I
because
would-
of regions and things like that.
No, because you can literally just stream it to a Discord watch party. You just
Okay.
share your screen, and it just wouldn't work. It just literally wouldn't work. And I'd be sat there watching the film and get a few messages in being like, we've given up. We can't. It wouldn't
Aw,
work.
It's a
And I'm just
shame.
like, oh shit. So it kind of ruined a fun thing, because we would stay on a Discord call then and have a chat about it.
Hmm.
But oh well. RIP Film Club for now. I'll find a way to bring it back. I will.
I think I'm going to start watching PBS Frontline documentaries when the UTS channel launches. I need to figure out something I want to do occasionally with my own Twitch channel. And I'm thinking about, like, I want to do something weird. And I'm like, what do I like doing that I can include other people? I'm like, well, we're like watching PBS Frontline document. And they're so fascinating and they inspire so much. The one they did in conjunction with ProPublica exposing white supremacy within teenagers in Orange County is so fucking crazy and interesting.
I
Also,
bet.
by the way, the
And we
amount of
did
times
do a 3-day Back to the Future watch along as well. I'm forgetting all about this. Sorry.
Yeah, listen. As soon as this stream ends, I have 5 minutes where I go, I have no idea what I just talked about for however long I've talked. Like, I'm literally like, did I just say the N word for 90 minutes? I think I
Yeah.
might have.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hard R.
usually what happens.
Soft
Of
N though. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to demonstrate because I've been fooled before. So to sum up, New York was great. Right time to go. But fuck,
Cool.
did I miss home for the last 3 days? It was like that moment where I was like, and I've been away too long. I want to go home.
Yeah, that's
Aw.
hard. Yeah. Did you do a lot of shows?
Every day but one day.
One
I
show
was-
per night, or did you New York it and just
New York had
flail?
like 3 shows. I had the last Saturday I was there. I had 5 spots in the day. Like it was crazy. It was very good. I'm feeling
How
very
was it?
ready.
How was
ready
the
for this.
quality?
Mine or in general?
Theirs.
Fine. It's all just still coming out of COVID. Like
Mm.
we can all pretend, but it's still coming out of COVID. Is 9/11 a streaming day? It is, and it will be very inappropriate.
What day of the week is that?
No, it's a Saturday. We're taking it off.
No, we won't be streaming that day.
I'll be flying
it's
back.
the 20th anniversary. Where were you? How'd you
Oh.
spend? How'd you spend your 9/11?
I can tell you all of it. And I have the greatest moment in the history of 9/11 of
Ooh.
someone mishearing what 9/11 was.
Oh,
And
I think you've mentioned
I
this
have
before.
because I love it so much. Mr.
But tell
Miller,
us again.
Mr. Miller, a man who was a girls' gym teacher at a high school. Well, the 90s were a crazy time. Walking back into the school as I was walking home for lunch, I heard him say, "Yeah, I think a plane landed on top of the World Trade Center. I think everything's fine."
That's funny.
But the weirder thing is he was the girls' gym teacher, but he was a rotund man with a bowl cut. And I always I know that there's nothing on paper wrong, but I'm like,
Oh my god, it's been a while since we heard that.
Yeah, that was
doesn't
fun.
seem right.
Yeah, we used to have male girl gym teachers, and
They
one of
just
them
had mixed
went to
gym.
jail for embezzling.
There it is. Wait, we're embezzling.
Yep.
Good for
he
him.
he was embezzling all the girls' volleyball team funds. We just took it all.
Am I the only
Why
one
does
that's
he
so
look like a
impressed?
good guy? Because
Yeah.
he's not a pedophile.
Yep, just took it all. Just took it all. No sex stuff. No accusations. Nothing.
I'm kind of okay with it.
Yeah.
No.
I was literally, and then when you went and he was arrested, and I was like, go on.
Oh, just volleyball cash. Just
That's so good.
Here's the thing is none of the teachers in my past arrested for pedophilia, but a bunch of other weird ass shit. One teacher murdered, 2 different teachers freakouts. One teacher disappeared forever. Yeah. Craziness.
we
I
had
don't
we had
have anything
two.
particularly crazy happen to any of my teachers.
Yeah, we had 2 pedophiles.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. One
Weird.
Elementary
was
and high? Or
one
both?
elementary, one high school. Yeah, both done for
Hey.
kid porn. One of them was done for watching it on his work computer at the school.
No.
A different gym teacher.
I knew it.
They're not all
Wow.
embezzlers, kids. They're not all embezzlers.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they let him out during
Watch
lunch
your
hour
pockets,
in
folks.
front of everybody.
Oh,
yeah. Your
We were
pockets all
all
of
in
the
the
time.
cafeteria, and the cops let him out in cuffs.
What?
He did a perp walk through the school. Yeah,
Ooh.
it was fucking heavy. And
Wow.
everyone was just laughing. They were all just like, "Ha, idiot."
this is the craziest one.
Ew. Ew, ew.
Whoa.
No.
I mean, I'm
No,
sure
thank
I've
you.
mentioned the gym teacher at Nepean High School, I believe his name was Mr. White, who supposedly started dating a student seconds after she graduated. Here's the best
So was
part.
actually dating.
Here's the best part. He didn't consider that her sister was in our grade, and she told everyone, which meant we did what we pleased in that fucks class.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
dear.
Never
Oh,
forget.
no.
Never forget Drew Chatham. Drew, run a lap of the gym. Fuck you, Mr. White, you fucking hero. You run it. What was that, Andrew? What are you going to fucking do about it? Maybe I'll talk to the principal. Have a good day, Andrew.
Wow.
Beautiful stuff.
Man.
Oh, no. Oh, Hammy. Oh, that's so
Oh,
bad.
man, that's
Oh.
fucking bleak. Jesus.
Oh, I don't know.
Ah.
That's awful.
All right, let's cleanse our palates with dungeon demons. I had a female teacher named Miss Hooker, and I had a male teacher named Mr. Haw. No joke. Couldn't make it up.
What does Mr. Hall mean? Why is
I don't know. It's just nicer.
Like ha 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 ha.
Yeah. It's just nicer than this monstrous thing.
It
you know what I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
Yes, it is nicer.
We could dwell on this, or we could think about this. This is
Yeah.
nice. This is nice. Yeah.
One of my favorite things when yeah. Remember that that when Bart becomes a hall monitor and he cleans up the school, and then Principal Skinner's like, "You won't have to worry about people making fun of your name anymore, Mr. Glasscock." And he's like, "I've never felt so free." He goes back to teaching.
Oh God. Teacher was he the German teacher though?
Hair dryer. Yeah.
If he's not the German teacher, that's brilliant.
I believe this was Mr. Fraser who picked up the doorstop, whipped it at the blackboard, went, ah, ah, ah,
He's
ah.
the biology teacher.
Ran
That's
away.
great. That's great. He was German though. Okay.
We also had a teacher named Mr. Hoganrad, whose son also taught at the school. They were both called Mr. Hoganrad. And older Mr. Hoganrad insisted on two things. One, orange binder, because he was Dutch. Let's be proud of the Dutch people.
So weird.
Number two, if you also have my son as a teacher, let him know I'm doing a better job than him.
I like that. I like that very much.
My teachers didn't really have very exciting names.
We had a history teacher called Mr. Falk, who was the best. He's the one that actually wrote the textbook. Literally was the guy that wrote the textbook for our province. So he just never opened it because he's like, I wrote it. I don't have to read it. You have to read it. And he gave us a list of rules at the start of the school year. And one of them was he had a desk, but he never sat at it. He had this old school, like 70s, like huge, he just called it the sex chair. But there was nothing creepy about it. He was just he was just a sweet old man whose wife would come over. No, that's what it was called.
Nope.
And there was no.
That's definitely creepy.
The kind of guy where no matter, like when you heard it, you'd be like, this guy's all right. He was.
Disagree.
Excellent.
I just heard it.
You had to be there. Had to be there.
You've been groomed, Chris.
I wish. I would have loved it if Mr. Falk groomed me. He was such a sweet little man. He would have been so gentle. But he had like on it was you have to do, you have to do what Mr. Falk tells you to do, but then under that was more importantly, you have to do what Mrs. Falk tells you to do. And every now and then his wife would just show up during the school day because she needed him to do something for her. And she'd be like, I need you to do this. And he'd be like, all right, sweetheart, no problem. And he'd go out and do it. And then she'd just tell us what work to do for a little while. And she was also so very funny. She was.
That's great.
We had
a teacher he was called Mr. Keating, but his first name was, I actually don't know what it was, but his first initial was J, and so we just called him JK.
Mm-hmm.
And like he was just really cool. But also he was my maths and physics teacher, and he made me love maths and physics so much. He was just really good at it. Mm-hmm. But also it was just great, and that was basically because of him. My first degree that I attempted to do was in applied physics.
Wow.
But he was great. Good old JK.
When you quit that degree, did you say JK to your head of your department?
We used to have a math teacher called Mr. Dupont, and he was French Canadian, and he would always say, "Hey, you boys, I know you've been smoking the big doobies."
Oh my God!
You think
Can
I'm
we
stupid?
talk
Big
about
doobies?
French immersion teachers? Oh my God! Let's get into this absolute banana subject.
What is a French immersion?
Immersion. So
Immersion.
in
French
Canada,
immersion.
you have to take a
You have
class
to do French.
in French. You have to.
Okay.
And
All
let me tell you,
have to learn
all my
Irish,
classes
so.
were in French.
Yeah, so
kindergarten
Chris was-
to grade
okay.
12.
Chris
I
was
was in
in
French
French.
immersion.
French was
All
in French immersion, so he was taught everything in
Do you
French.
have good French now?
Yeah, I'm
Chris is.
fluent.
Chris is.
You're fluent.
Yeah.
I love that.
I speak with a gross accent, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, so does everyone in Quebec. Like I understand
for
everyone in Quebec. Like, it would be like if Scousers, which let's all be very impressed that they don't, are like, we all sound fucking lovely, mate. It's like, no, all sound awful.
Yeah, it's redneck French. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Beardy Noise is asking
Beardy
you to
noise.
speak
Put your
French.
goddamn cock away.
No.
Now say
I
it in
wanna
French.
Ranger ton beat, hein?
Oh, you do have a mucky. That's such an English accent.
And Beardy Noise has that clipped already
Yeah.
and saved.
There is. I just want to point out, by the way, is Mr. Hoganrad the senior, even though he didn't look good in the early 2000s, only died 2020.
Wait, who? Mr. Rad?
Mr. Hoganrad, one of the teacher who made everyone have orange binders.
Yeah. So weird.
Time travel agent who also attended my high school, and it's so nice that they're here for the.
Oh yeah. No, I leaned into the Québécois, my friend. Ranger ton beat, hein? Calice. Calice de tabernacle.
I like this. This is taking me back to
Post
university.
toi,
Yeah.
Is that Quebec French then?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
heavy Quebec French.
Calisson. Tabarouette Ashley.
Oh, tabarouette. haven't heard that in
ouais.
fucking
Oh,
years.
fuck.
Ça fait des ans depuis que j'ai entendu ça, mon gars.
Oh, my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. I can do that accent. Sorry,
Oh
Dad.
wow.
Dad's like, shut up. No French in my house. Yeah.
Yeah, your dad was right. Yeah. Time travel agent. Were there any real creepos at our high school, teacher wise? I can't think of any. But yeah, there were some real.
So funny.
There were some. But the French teachers. Oh my God, we had Madame Medunio. I remember we had a teacher in kindergarten. Our French teacher there. The boiler exploded in my elementary school.
Okay.
And so there's just a bunch of steam, which I remember at 5, we had French class. And I remember knowing the difference between steam and smoke at 5, as did a bunch of the other kids were like, this isn't smoke. And she started going, it's smoke. We're going to die. And then like grabbed a few kids, hugged them and ran out of the class.
Favorites were their favorite kids.
Yes, they were, leaving the rest of us to go. And I remember there was a whole big thing afterwards of teachers, because she was gone for a while, and then like she made a big showing of coming back. Bear in mind that teacher, English woman, never spoke French during French class, which was a big part of it, by the way.
Wow.
Then they replaced her with Madame Medunio, and Madame Medunio, Spanish first language, second language English, third language French. It's almost like they didn't want us to learn French.
Yeah, welcome to Ontario.
Other than Jim, no, I don't think no. Yeah, that one guy, the one dude who was teaching ladies gym, that's creepy as fuck, right?
That guy spoke French. That guy fucking spoke
certainly
French.
did.
Yeah.
I think we were all good. Our drama teacher, Mr. Cantor, he was a number one good guy, and also his son went on to be Justin Bieber's guitar player. Weird fact.
Hey, good for them. We had Renee Charette, who was our teacher, who was about couldn't have been more than 4'11", furious at all times.
Of course.
At all times, furious. Made every kid. I'd forgotten about this until an old friend of mine reminded me. Made every single kid in the class cry on different days.
Powerful man.
I
She was
really have to
amazing.
pee, but when I come back, I'm going to show you that Irish video that I was supposed to show you like 2 weeks ago on stream, and we never got around
I
to
have
it.
no idea what you're talking
No
about.
idea.
I'll explain when I get back, but I really have to pee.
Okay.
Oops.
Oop.
Yeah, find these teachers on Rate My Teacher. I don't give a fuck. Mr. Cantor.
All of my.
Yeah, Mr. Cantor is happily retired.
Yeah.
And having a wonderful time, I assume. Yeah.
And by the way, Renee Charette was an incredible teacher. We all loved her by the end of the year, but she was also furious and cruel.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite of our French teachers was a guy named Luc Anger from Deep Gatineau. Went on to be he's very active in the Canadian Green Party and had one of the worst wigs I've ever seen. And he is still committed to it.
Man, just give it up. Just leave it.
Sounds like can you look them up on Rate My Teacher? We should. I know that one of the Hoganrads, the Hoganrad the younger, also an exceptional teacher, is still teaching at my old high school. I wonder if any of them are still teaching at my old high school. You want to pick of the wig? Let's see if I can find Luc Anger. Well, there he is.
Where?
I'm bringing it up. Bring it up.
Show me this. Show me this man.
Oh my God.
Everyone's got a thing. Don't kink shame. I love a mean mentor. It's my vibe.
Look how dry and wispy that hair is.
Oh Jesus! Even in the small thumbnail, fucking hell. Jesus Christ.
There he is. Fine man.
Oh,
We politically agree on everything. I like that guy. But
I don't think it's not an awful wig. I mean, around the right side of his head, it's our left.
But how
it looks like it's poor, but
the thing is when I saw when he was teaching, the thing with it also is it like he clearly had different curls back here, so it was just so noticeable.
oh, that's real bad. Why doesn't it have a background? It looks like he's being memed at all times
I don't know. I
What's
also
that kind
should look up what he does in I know he is a politician. Angers Jean-Luc.
Jean-Luc.
Nope, different guy. Oh my God, who knew Luc Angers was going to be a goddamn fuck off politician? Yes, this guy. I want to know about this guy. Oh no, he's a Tory. Holy shit.
That's different.
Is he? Oh, he's part of the Canadian. He's a fucking Quebecois Tory. Oh no.
Oh, those are the weirdest ones. It's like a Scottish Tory.
It is also so fucking weird, by the way, that going on I just went on the Canadian Conservative. Time travel agent? I think Luc Angers was at Broadview. I don't think he was at Nepean. I do not think you did. You have him? Did you have him as a teacher?
I gotta pee as well. I'll be right back.
I just want to make some coffee. Ashley, do you still find it weird that the Canadian Conservative? Did you just do your hair?
No, it's been like this the whole stream.
Good. That's what I thought. But just the way you were playing with it was sort of like noticed something.
No, I was just playing with it.
So, what did you drink? That made you so hungover? Because yeah, I got your.
It's not
patented
really about what. It was just about how much.
Amount?
Yeah.
You're also a whiskey drinker, which is
well. This is the thing. I can handle whiskey a bit better, but they didn't have any whiskey left, so I was drinking gin. They didn't have any whiskey I liked left, so I was drinking gin. But I had started out drinking whiskey, so that's probably the problem. I kept getting bought it, and I want to tell you something else that happened, but I want to tell you off stream if that's okay. But like, amazing. I'll tell you
right now.
Okay, you can guess, but it's probably like you probably won't guess it, but it was a good moment.
Is the streak over?
No, it's not that. No, it's not in that remit at all.
Oh well. Ooh, by the way, use of remit.
Well read.
Oh.
It's not sex or stand-up.
Then it has no place on this stream, Ms. Manning. We cover 3 distinct topics: inside baseball about British comedy, our individual sex lives, weird facts about our childhood, mental health awareness. It is
shitting
a very
ourselves.
And shitting ourselves is about being mentally aware.
Okay.
This is so nice to hear. Diamond Geyser, and fills my heart with glee. I miss him as well.
That might be related to it.
Oh.
So I'll tell you off stream. I'd rather not talk about it on stream.
What have I walked into? This is all very confusing.
John was asking me how drunk I was on Sunday, like what I had drank.
Okay.
But I said there's something I want to tell you that happened on Sunday, but I don't want to tell you on stream.
Something worse than what you already told us?
No, something good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's not what you now think it is that John has already covered, thinking it was.
I think Chris is just making fun noises.
Yeah.
Here's what
it's
I'm
not Operation Chokeslam.
Oh my God, Operation Chokeslam. I forgot about Operation Chokeslam. I mean, this thing helps,
at this point, that operation is not tied into the person it was originally meant for. It's just like, get me laid, basically.
Who's David B?
David B. Stings.
Who?
The owner.
David
the
B.
owner
Stings.
of Monkey Barrel.
He runs the honey pot.
Okay, gotcha.
How can you forget about Operation Chokeslam? Here's the thing: is that we can move Operation Chokeslam to someone who actually knows how to chokeslam, which is very helpful that David B misses me, because that means I'll probably be doing the show with Cole Cabana at the Monkey Barrel, where Ashley can just hang out front of the door in like a cool leather jacket. You know what I mean? Being cool, just being like, "Hey, Cole, I don't even want to hang out with you," and he's like, "But
that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
That is my game plan."
Like, Ashley, have you
knew that?
Have you ever seen Billy Madison? You know when he pulls up in the high school? I mean, I know you haven't, but Chris has, and Chris is going to be really impressed because this is the funniest scene which is when he shows up at the high school and just opens his denim jacket a bit and just hangs it on the hood of his car. That's what
I do have a
Ashley's
great denim jacket.
I mean, all you
That
need
doesn't
is a
surprise me
Trans
in the
Am,
least.
bro.
Why do I strike you as a jacket person?
A denim jacket person specifically.
Yeah, my dad bought me a Wrangler denim jacket a few years
Hell
ago, and
yeah.
it's really, really nice.
I also have a nice denim jacket, so we're all going to hang out in denim jackets. Of
Of course we are.
Together.
Of course we are. I the
Yeah.
only piece of clothing, like I did a bit of a cleanse of like things that reminded me of when I was married. Like there was a bunch of sort of items of that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
Because it's just one of those things. I know it has no magical power, but I'm just like, it's a nice sort of like, it's a closing of the chapter. And then I had my denim jacket, which it's impossible for me to find a jean jacket because they're all built to be short. So I wear one that fits me and it ends like there.
Yeah.
But I found one that I bought the day before my wedding.
Mm.
Like literally needed like when we like changed out of these clothes. I was like, oh, I should have it's fall in Montreal. You need layers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I fit like a glove, and I was like, I can't throw this. Like I
You gotta
can't.
keep it. Gotta keep that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also do have nice leather jackets. I like a good leather jacket.
I bet you have a lot of nice leather pants. A lot of nice
You have a lot
leather
of nice
hoods
leather
with
pants?
zips in them.
I cannot get leather pants to fit me.
What about
I
the
don't wanna
hoods, though?
I don't want to be rude. Is it because of the badonkadonk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because of my ass.
But I see women
Actually,
with huge asses.
no,
with
it's
wearing leather
because of
pants.
the ratio difference between my ass and my ass and my waist.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like you just gave yourself an amazing compliment. Like you basically just went, I don't know what's
Look,
hard about
I'm
my life.
aware. I'm aware that in theory, I have a good body shape. I have the typical hourglass because I have the broad shoulders and the broad hips, but a really small waist. I get that, but it's just really hard to get clothes that fit it. Like, it's really quite a stress.
I mean, I
It's
see
so
everything you're saying,
difficult.
but another way we can read what just happened is you basically just want to let everyone know, guys, I got some junk in a trunk and a tight waist. Ashley Manning,
Yeah.
Glasgow. You know, like it's just, I'm just saying it's the other way to,
Pretty
you
much
either
it.
were, you were either just dropping a hard brag or just, making it would be like if Chris was
It is
like,
both. It is
the
both.
it'd be like if Chris was like, the reason why I can't get a job right now is just my penis is so delicious. Like it's just, it's
too tasty. People are
It's
always like, quack, 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 quack. And I'm like, get away from me. Stop it.
Also, I'll tell you who also got really annoyed because I dropped a quack, quack, quack when I was talking to my friend Graham and he had no idea what I was talking about. And I for a second was like,
Oh, we've only done that once. It's not even been like a recurring thing yet.
the things just live in your brain. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
talk
No.
too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
do.
explain.
do.
Steven, if you're getting your buttocks eaten,
Uh,
the best way to do
add it to the sheet, Ashley.
I'll add it to the sheet.
Add it to the quack, quack, quack. So exclamation point explain is going to bring up the the list of inside jokes. So if people don't know, they can check it.
Brilliant. Yeah.
The thing that I love
Quack, quack,
about
quack.
that one is that it
Don't
has it has so much more going on than people could even realize.
That may have been why what I
I
was
know.
referencing in real life
know.
to a person that doesn't watch this stream. Also, explaining it to a man, I was explaining it to him, and he's a man who is 40, and he's really doing his best with technology, but he's like, he literally, I could see him get visibly angry when I was like, yeah, we're gonna do 8 hours on Sunday. He's like, why? Why would you do that's too much time? And I was like, I don't know. It's because it's fun and it's a way to. We want like more views and it like helps the algorithm. I don't fucking know, but it's fun.
It's because Twitch is very
Yeah.
demanding in terms of what people have to do. Because you do an 8-hour stream and your mod goes, you lazy bitches.
Yeah, exactly.
And anything else, they're like, that's
Yeah.
remarkable.
Stephen, sorry, it wasn't explained very clearly. Quack, quack, quack is literally from a story about me getting my ass eaten out. Okay.
Yeah, it's the sound you make when you toss a salad. Quack,
No,
quack,
hang
quack.
on. Is it the sound of the person whose buttocks is being like? Let's say Aloysius here.
I don't want to get, I really don't. It's just the sound of the event. I don't think we need to go. I don't think we need to go into the exact part that it's coming from.
Quack, 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 quack,
Quack, quack, quack, quack, quack, quack,
quack, quack, quack, quack, quack, quack, quack.
Oh,
Quack, 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 quack.
I hate
like that. Hey, that's
Quack,
good.
quack, 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 quack.
Because it
Quack,
could
quack,
so
quack.
easily. I
It's
was
so-
going to say bite me in the ass, but it's the wrong,
Quack, 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 quack.
it's the wrong turn of phrase. Uh, David Horror, Comet. When in doubt, assume rimming. Yes, exactly.
Yes,
That's a good
yes.
approach to have in life. So, I was going to show you a couple of weeks ago a film because we were talking about you guys had to learn French in school.
Mhm.
We had to learn Irish. And there's a film, I think we were actually talking a couple of weeks ago about Brendan Gleeson.
Yes.
And I mentioned
I think
that
we were
he's-
talking about Brendan Gleeson's son. I remember this. I remember this whole thing. Keep going. Yes.
So there was a film that I was going to show you, which Brendan Gleeson was in, that we had to watch in school. Like any Irish person that went to school in Ireland will have seen this film. It is the creepiest thing ever. Now, I will say, I've just brought it up. It's longer than I thought it was. It is 18 minutes.
That's too long.
So I think we could maybe do it some other time.
Show us the opening scene though.
Yeah,
It's one of those things you really have to see the full thing
Give us
to
a
get
taste.
it.
Give us a little taste.
But I'll
Give
give you a
us a taste.
taste. I'll
Give us
give
a
you a
teaser.
taste.
While you're bringing it up, I'm just going to reach because my phone has just been making like.
Sure.
I'm like, is someone dead? So I'm going to do this.
Cool.
Okay, so I didn't add sound.
Did you just break a glass, bud?
No, I just hit a bowl that was on the ground because I made
Oh,
some
okay.
food.
That's right. Every now and then I
Okay.
forget that Howard the Duck bangs a human person. in that
Oh my
movie.
god! Do you know that was one of the main reasons why Hollywood shied away from the Marvel brand of characters for years and years, like the unmitigated PR and life disaster that movie was.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a huge hit.
Oh
Yeah.
dear.
Yeah, but then he banged Mrs. McFly.
Her name is
Right.
Caroline, and her last name is In the City.
Oh, of course, my mistake.
Okay. This is super weird. I might just...
Already, can I say that this looks like every Irish movie I've ever seen? Irish movies love just a photo of some nature and a building. Like if you watch The
Yeah.
Lobster, starts the same. What does that say? What does that say? What does that say, Ashley?
It's just saying it's from the Irish Film Board.
Oh, she's gonna die.
It's so weird.
I think Patty may have seen this movie.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm actually going to skip to the really fucked up bit, if that's okay.
I think this
Yes.
lady kills her mom.
Okay.
While you're doing this, can I just bring up Baldy's comment, please? Can we
Yeah.
just quickly
Yeah.
discuss?
Hang on. Let me just pause it and find the bit. Okay, here we go.
Ashley,
Baldy.
you may want to read that. You may want to read it, Ashley.
Oh, Christ. Oh, sometimes it's just a bit much, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, motherfucking Cockamish is the exact right reaction to this. Right. I've skipped ahead a little bit, but basically, the woman has gotten onto the train and she is sat opposite a blind man. And
Okay.
this woman is fucking sour, bitter old bitch, basically.
Mm.
But let's just watch what happens. He starts eating a cake. The whole thing, it's called Cockamish, which means cake. And he's been eating it really disgustingly. And so she's getting annoyed with him.
I should be mean the monogly placard to me.
That's true.
How long does this scene go on for?
It's so
15
long.
minutes.
Like this
It's
is
so
most
long.
of the film.
This is
I
so long.
It's so
hate-
scarring. It's so scarring. We had to watch this in school.
This is the
How does-
opposite of a mukbang.
Yeah.
This is where it gets fucked up. Listen and pay attention.
Right? Card.
The hawk and
Wait, is she just lying to this blind man?
Yeah.
That's a hard life, she said.
that can't all bounce out again. He got a show on the goalie.
Huh?
It's cousin girl. He'd a carbonu plakias.
Like?
The Michigan. Hog to Sahut.
Why did they show you this in school exactly?
Why are they doing a close up on the mouth?
The filming is so horrific.
You've been blast at it.
She's so horny now.
Well, that
No,
makes
she's on the
sense.
thought and he
Look at her face.
But there's just a tad the riwach kaka. Plus kaka, they're her hating it.
Check on Twitter.
Is she gonna let him die?
Come on here. Come on here.
Jesus. Did she ever work again?
Quite a successful actress, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they show a close up of his mouth to show that he died?
Uh-huh. That's the film.
I just got this. Someone in the chat, someone who's lurking in the chat, they reshot this 2 years ago for Irish students. There's another version
Did
of this.
they?
They did. I'm bringing it up right now.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
But like the
Hang on.
same scene?
Like the
Same story.
the same whole thing again, just
Oh my
more
God.
modern.
Please tell me one of his sons is in it. That would be great. That's the film.
Hang on, let me just bring it up.
It's so messed up, but it's like it's so burned into my brain. Honestly, I recommend watching the full film though. It's you can just get it on YouTube. It's called Cockamillish, and it's just we had to watch that for Leaving Cert.
So do you want to see what it looks like now at the modern version?
Yeah,
All right, I'll bring it up.
but yeah, even just the whole scene of him eating it goes on for so long before the bit that I showed you, the cake eating.
So weird.
This is for everybody out there who's been working on the front line 24/7. Thank you for all your expertise, your love, your care, your humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
How did I not see it coming?
I don't know. It took me so. This has the most ads of any YouTube video I've seen in my life.
Oh, that's so funny. It's Jared Law.
You can never know what
That was my favorite bit.
Your blood like when freezes just like ice.
I tried to find Gareth doing it, but if you type in Gareth Waugh, Elton John, I'm Still Standing, this just what comes up. So I couldn't find it. Oh, Beardy Noise. Have you
Oh
not
my
seen this?
God.
Let's all
Oh
just
God,
remember
it's so
when
bad.
celebrities were trying to. Here's a weird thing in COVID that for some reason celebrities at some point were like, you know what'll make everyone feel better if we just sing for them.
Ugh.
Mhm.
Oh, so
Fuck 'em.
fucking bad. Oh, this is
Oh.
weird.
Is it this?
Cold and lonely light that shines from you. You wind up like the red get to think fool will never win. Look at
That is
me,
quite
I'm
a sneezing
back. Got a taste.
This is quite a performance.
Well, guys, we're doing 8 hours on 8 hours on Sunday. Chris just sneezed up a kidney and has to go apologize for his father for having French being played in his house.
In this house?
Yeah. Oh my God. Also, I have a question for you just because I'm so tired because I had like 2 hours sleep last night and then some sleep on the plane. Did your dad get arrested for breaking into his own house or did I dream that? Okay, good. Because
I heard that.
Great. The entire stream, I've been like, I can't. Did I make that up?
Oh yeah.
No, you didn't. I listened back. That happened.
That was a real thing. That was a real thing.
Oh, it's really good.
Quack, 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 quack.
Well, I say we raid someone, and
I
I'm.
think that's a good idea.
Yeah, right away.
I will see none of this chat tomorrow, but I will see you two bozos for tech rehearsal. Guys,
That's right.
we're doing a tech rehearsal for this goddamn Sunday thing. I don't like how professional we're being. I made
I wasn't going to do it. And then when I started working on it, I was like, if any of this goes the way I think it is, John's going to throw his computer out the window. So I need to prepare him before the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it when technology doesn't do what I was told. Like, this is where my frustration always comes from. It's like, and it's like the same thing when I bought an iPhone the most recent time. I was like, I want to buy an iPhone. And they're like, well, we have 8 things you have to do beforehand. It's like, no, I'm not here for I'm here for, I give you money, you give me the iPhone. They're like, well, that will take some time. And it's like, I will fucking. I'll
Not
take
Android,
it.
baby. I didn't even have to go into a store. I just clicked a button. They were like, on its way. Thank you.
I want my text to be blue. Texts are supposed to be blue. Ashley, what kind of phone do you use?
I use an Android.
Yeah, that's right. Like a normal person.
I mean, that's the numbers are against you.
Yep. Normal doesn't mean most. Normal means
Yes, it does.
normal.
Yes, it does.
You're a bunch of ass quacking weirdos.
That's why Chinese people are considered normal humans now because there's most of them.
All right, who you guys rating?
I have a streamer that we've never rated before.
Oh, my favorite flavor, Ashley. You know that.
Their name is Donna Tarte. That's DONATARTE, and they're an Irish streamer. And they're playing a scary game, but they're in drag, and it looks really fun.
Cool.
DONATARTE, correct?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Um,
I'm initiating raid. Everyone, I'm doing a shitload of stand-up between now and when I tape for Dry Bar on September the 9th. Thank you, by the way, everyone who's been retweeting my album. A couple of you have already emailed me. I will be sending that email out in the next 24 hours. I will get it to you. I'm going to try and do it now, but I literally just I need to just clean my apartment for the next 40 minutes, and then I will start sending those out to anyone. But if anyone wants my album early, email John Hastings podcast@gmail.com, and I will send it out to you today so you can have it. That's your little treat for
also
go watch John's show.
Before you raid, I have to do one more stream on the UTS channel. I'm not going to do it tomorrow for obvious reasons, so I'm going to be doing it at some point over the weekend. So look out for alerts on that because I just need to do like an hour on that, and then we're clear for affiliate. So
cool.
When you see the alert, come out.
Go buy us all a coffee.
And Chris, do you want to? I could be around. No, I'm actually going to be. I'm going to let you do that and not put that on my plate, even though I want to help, and I hope that's okay.
Yeah, of course. I agreed to do it.
Yeah, perfect.
I have to raid, so bye everyone.
Right away. Bye guys.
Hang on, I haven't even hit raid yet. Well, fuck you. It's going to be ready to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. and end.